Hi students, we continue to do with the chapter cube and cube roots, and we will try to do a few more sums today. In the last video, we had done a very similar question, and the question was that find the smallest number by which a number should be multiplied so that the number is a perfect cube. In this question, which is a bit different, ask that find the smallest number by which this number should be divided so that the quotient is a perfect cube. How should we do that? First thing first, write down the factors of this number 26244. This is how we start. So what we do is we find the factors of 26244. I'll just write down the factors because I know you can find it out. So factors are 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 and multiplied by 3 into 3. If you multiply all the numbers, you get 26244. Now, for the number to be a perfect cube, if you remember, we had discussed that all these factors should be in the pair of 3. Is this in the pair of 3? No. Is this in the pair of 3? Yes. This is also in the pair of 3. But is this in the pair of 3? No. This is also not in the pair of 3. Now, had the question been that please tell me which is the smallest number that I should multiply to make it a perfect cube, I would have said multiply 3 here, multiply 2 here. Now they become all in a pair of 3. And so if I multiply with 6, 3 into 2, 6 in this number, this becomes a perfect cube. This is our last video question. This question tells me, no, you don't have to give me what number I should multiply. It is what number I should divide. Which means this is saying that if I remove those numbers which are not in a pair of 3, which means removing means if I divide with those numbers which are not in the pair of 3, then what I am left with, which is also called a quotient, is a perfect cube, isn't it? If I remove this, then whatever remains is a perfect cube. Removing means dividing. So if I divide with 4 and then again divide with 3 into 3, which is 9, I divide with 4 and 9, which is 36. If I divide this number with 36, I get the perfect cube. And this is also the quotient. If I divide by 36, I get this quotient, which has now become a perfect cube. And this is the answer. Find the smallest number by which this should be divided. If I divide with 36, I get a quotient, which is a perfect cube. This is how we do that. Let's move to the next one. This says find the cube roots of 0.000027. The moment I see a decimal number, what I do is I make it a decimal fraction, which means I remove the decimal from the numerator. How should I do that? If I have to remove decimal and if I have to bring this decimal out of this number, then I have to multiply with how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I multiply this number with 10 lakh, then I'll also have to divide this number with the same number, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how we do the decimal fraction. Now, what am I left in the numerator? I'm left with 27. This decimal moves on the right hand side. What am I left in the denominator? The same number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once we have done the decimal fraction, now it is the time to find the cube root, which means I have to factor and see if they are in the pair of 3. 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27. And what are the factors here? 100 into 100 into 100. What is the cube root? 3 upon 100. What is 3 upon 100? 0.03. This is the answer. Easy. Let's move to the second one. Minus 15.625. The moment I see decimal, I have to make it a decimal fraction. Minus doesn't change the answer. Even if you forget for a minute minus and only find the cube root of this number, and in the end you can put a minus, or you can continue taking minus along. How should we do that? Let's multiply with such a number that this decimal is out of this number. How should I do this? Multiply with 1000. I have to take 3 decimals, so 1, 2, 3, multiply by 1000. And if I am multiplying by 1000, I divide by 1000. This is the basic of decimal fraction. Now what happens in the numerator? I get 15625 upon 1000. Now it is the time to find the cube root, which means I'll have to factor this. What are the factors of 15625? Simple. Find the factors of 15625. What do you get? I'll tell you. 5 into 5 into 5, again into 5 into 5 into 5. These are the factors of 15625. What are the factors of 1000? 10 into 10 into 10. Now how do we find the cube root? Take a pair of 3, 1 and 1 here and 1 here, which means, and please don't forget this minus sign. Please don't forget this minus sign. So this will become minus 5 into 5 upon 10, right? Cube root, which is minus 25 upon 10 is minus 2.5. Which also means that if you multiply minus 2.5 into minus 2.5 into minus 2.5, you should get this answer. This is the cube root. And if you multiply by same number thrice, you get this cube. Let's do one more sum. Minus 2744,000, find the cube root. So if I try to find the factors of 2744,000, I don't know how many 2's I'll be going through before I get the factors. But if I am vigilant, I can see here that this number is minus 2744 into 1000. I can clearly see that there is 1000 multiplied with this number. Now I know the cube root of 1000 is 10, right? Hence, at least the cube root of this is taken care of. I have to find now the cube root of this number. What is the cube root of this number? Again, do the factor. What factors do you get? Minus 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 10 into 10 into 10. Finding the factors, 1 pair, 1 pair, 1 pair, minus 2 into 7 into 10, which is minus 140. This is the answer. So this is how we solve the sums, especially this question is very interesting, and the question like this, where there is a decimal, make it into a decimal fraction, then find the factors and find the cube root. This is how simple it is. I hope you liked it. See you in the next one.